Right, we should be live.
Okay. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Oh, I've got my sound up. There we go. Right, so let's just wait for the database to catch up and start showing us numbers and things. So let's talk a bit of rubbish. What have you been up to, Mickey?
Absolutely nothing again.
Yay!
I love doing absolutely nothing. No, I don't. I actually detest it.
Any sign of any part-time work or anything?
No, I've got turned down for 2. I think I told you before. I got turned down for 2. I've not applied for anything else at the minute. I don't know.
I'm just going to go and change my shirt. No, I spilt my dinner down it.
Yeah, I did. We did pop out yesterday, just up to one of the industrial estates, do a bit of shopping.
Not Norwich then.
For Christmas? No. Fucking hell! I went there Thursday, Tracy. I haven't gone there twice in a week. So no, I went not today. I was lucky enough to have a visit from my daughter. She came round for an hour or so just for a cup of tea, see how I was. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, not a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Not been sleeping too well. Been going to bed late. Been going to bed late, getting up early. Just.
Yeah, that's what was terrible. I always end up going to bed really late on, well, most nights, but Sunday night is just kind of like, I just end up going, oh no, it's Sunday, I'm just relaxing, it's having fun. And so I'm just trying to pick up the thing that I wanted to talk about regarding, where has he gone? Regarding...
Well, back up to 5 viewers, by the way.
Yes, welcome back,
6.
and
yeah.
Excellent. And I'm just sorting out. There we go. Nice and bright, Steve. Lovely. It's funny. Yep. I was saying somewhere, I can't remember what it was. I was saying about bright colours. You wearing bright colours, and but you tend to spill your dinner down it.
Yeah. My day's been fine, best pal. I haven't actually stuck any fireworks up my bum, if that's what you mean.
Or drop bricks on your head.
Yeah, or drop bricks on my head, or turned over a stolen car in a field, or anything like that. How's your day been? I wonder if Mr. Sniffo's back yet. Snifo? I was in the middle of giving him some advice, which I don't normally do.
There we go. It's Mr. Sneffo, I believe.
All right. I do apologise, Mr. It's the E we pronounce easy. It's Mr. Sneffo, isn't it? I do apologise, Mr. Sneffo. We had some technical issues, but we sorted that out now. So I don't very often give advice because I'm shit at advice. I'm definitely shit at relationships. I mean, I've been married twice and divorced twice, so that tells you how shit at relationships I am. So I never actually give advice. I didn't actually give any advice, but then I gave some advice because I sort of understand your situation, and all I can say is you need to give it time and space. And it does hurt you because you think, you realise that you think you're not winning, but you are, and it eventually it will get through. It will get through. And they will open up to you and get over it, but it does hurt. And you've just got to give that hurt. Well, you shouldn't go sticking fireworks in your rear hole then, should you? I mean, look, if you think about it, right, if you've got a list of people to lay off, think, right, who should we lay off? Yeah, that bloke there, he likes to stick fireworks he buys down the pub in his ear hole. Do we want to employ him? No, he can fuck off then. Right, that's what it is. That's why they lay you off.
We'll get rid of the bloke who dribbles into somebody else's lunch. He'll go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I actually ate somebody else's lunch at work once.
Say that again, Mickey. Sorry,
I said I actually ate somebody's lunch at work once. Unintentionally. I walked in the canteen, sat down, and the guy says, "Oh, I don't fancy them sandwiches, do you?" I said, "Yeah, go on then." Started eating it. The bloke they belonged to walked in. He said, "I didn't say they were mine." He said, "I didn't fancy them." So there am I sat and munching on somebody else's lunch. Oh, fucking hell.
You are never going to live that down, Best.
I never did. No.
Yeah, I think you need to go onto Urban Dictionary, Mickey, and look up what eating somebody else's lunch means.
No, I do know what that means. Thank you.
Okay, you've gone very quiet again, Mickey.
Well, I haven't done anything.
Oh, I can hear him fine. Doesn't
I've
seem
not
to
done
be
nothing. I've not moved. I've not.
Probably
It's
Skype's
not
going to
even a
crash again.
ghost in my house.
Right, so which one of you two geniuses is going to be David Beckham?
Right. The thing that I want to talk about David Beckham is that he has accepted from Qatar, the government or whatever. He's going to be something like the face of the World Cup or something like that over there. But the figures that I've been reading have been anywhere from between 10 million and 150 million pounds, dollars, something. It's still a lot. It's a lot of money anyway. Well, you don't get why people are mad at David Beckham. The point is that Qatar has got quite a history of not treating people very nicely, their citizens, for being anything out of what they consider to be the norm, and particularly gay people, the gay community. And it's bad enough being punished for being gay, for your sexuality, but they don't just punish by throwing in jail. They do all kinds of horrendous, like, backwards torture type things. Anyway, so the reason that David Beckham is making the news is because Joe Lycett has issued a sort of challenge type thing to basically say, if you turn down the job or refuse the job, then I will give 10 grand to, I think he says, a charity. I'm going to post the link in a minute anyway. And if you don't turn down the job, I'm going to burn the 10 grand or shred the 10 grand. So I'm just going to put that into the link into our chat.
Oh, it's Joe Lycett. That was who said that, wasn't it?
Yep, there we go. Joe Lycett. That is the actual video of him sitting there saying that this is, I mean, well, Mr. Sneffo, women as well. But the point is that the point that Joe Lycett, who I've linked to, is making is that they've got a terrible reputation for how they treat their gay community. I mean, it'd be lovely if people were up in arms about how they treat women as well. But
it's not just the gay community; it's the workers that have built these stadiums in a non-footballing bloody nation. It should never have been held. Even Sepp Blatter, who used to be the head of FIFA, has come out and said perhaps it was a mistake. And he's the fucking bloke that gave it to them.
Their workers have been dropping dead, aren't they? They're literally slaves.
Yeah, literally.
They're literally slaves.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It is Islamic religion, and if you're Islamic and you're gay, there is a chance that they will execute you.
That's exactly what I mean, and that's exactly why the gay community are up in arms about.
And did you know,
David Beckham?
I read today that, I mean, it's a godsend really, because it's a blessing to all of us. But Rod Stewart was offered £1 million to go and play, and he turned it down. And I thought, oh, thank fuck for that, because he hasn't got his voice anymore.
Oh, Jesus! When Rod Stewart did the platinum. No,
Jubilee.
whatever.
When he did the Jubilee,
all his songs were sung on one note.
Yeah.
He hasn't got the reach up there, and he hasn't got the down there.
He ain't got to reach around either. No.
No, best pal. No. If someone offered you 40 million, you're not going to turn it down. David Beckham doesn't need the money. David Beckham can turn down 40 million pounds and still live quite comfortably for the rest of his life. Extremely comfortably. He doesn't need the fame nor the money. So it's like poorer people, not as well off people, they'd have to look at their morals and go whether this money is worth chucking your morals out of the window for. But David Beckham doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to do it at all.
There are also some captains of the football teams that are playing that are actually going to wear a rainbow armband.
Good. Good.
I don't know if Harry Kane's going to wear one.
Is he gay or is he?
No, he's not. No, but I mean, no. I mean, they're just you know, it's just their
He's the captain, isn't
way
he?
of disagreeing with.
Oh, good. I think because I think I'm not so much into football. I do enjoy the World Cup and the Euros and that, but I think it's important
It
that
starts next week.
there we go.
Yeah,
Money
pounds.
down. Gareth Bale wearing the armband for Wales, excellent. Yeah. I
And
like,
we will, if the matches coincide with our streams, we will be commentating on them.
Yep.
On the English and the Welsh games, we will be commentating on them if they're on at the same time as we're on.
Yep.
Steve can do a good impression of Gary Lineker.
I've met Gary
He looks
Lineker.
highly amused about that, did he?
I've met Gary Lineker.
What, at the Walker's factory?
It was for a Walker's ad. It was a Walker's charity ad that they did, but I can't remember when. Now, like a few years ago for Red Nose Day. Now, you would think that I always had the impression that Gary Lineker was about 5'10", something.
No, he's not, is he?
Same height as me. He's about 5'2", and he's really slight. He's really, really slim. Jimmy Carr, who I met at the same time, he was really short as well, shorter than I expected, and he was really slim too. It was like I could have snapped them. Seriously.
Well, I'm short, but I ain't slim.
Oh, honestly, they look like twiglets with clothes. If we'd got into bed together, I'd have killed them.
That's supposed to be healthy.
Nah, if we'd got into bed together, I would have killed them. Seriously.
It's all about money, isn't it? Look, have you noticed what I've been doing with the screen while you've been talking?
I pointed it out. I said, "Here, look,
money, fans.
Trying to catch them."
Yeah.
I can't believe that Seth Blatter has said it's a mistake. Was he not bribed enough?
Yeah, it was him that gave it to him. He did. He came out. I wish I could find the eye. Perhaps I can.
I know it was him that gave it to him. He was obviously bribed, and now he's saying he was wrong.
Yeah. I think I like the fact that because some people say that footballers or football associations shouldn't get involved with politics and stuff like this. No, they should. I like, because they're role models. They're role models for our children and our society. They're role models, so they should be. I'm not saying I want David Beckham standing up on stage going, "Oh, it's wrong to hate gay people," but I want them to make these little gestures so that it actually, like we had the taking the knee, and we've had other armbands for different things. And I totally agree with stuff like that. Well, Best Pal says, I don't get why it would be a good idea to have World Cup in November. But Mr. Sneffer, they were wearing Ukrainian things at one point, weren't they? The reason is because it's too hot for anybody else, for any normal person to be running around in like 45-degree heat in the middle of Saudi Arabia summer.
Well, I'm just reading that article. Blatter says he voted for the United States.
Oh.
And he reckons Michel Platini, who used to be a captain of France many years ago, swung the vote for Qatar's favour. He's also saying that the country is too small and the World Cup is too big to be held in that country.
Hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it plays down. Yeah, well, they've got a similar climate to us, so that would be absolutely that would be fine. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
That's a link to the article anyway, but anybody wants to read it.
Thank you. Oh, what have we got coming up behind us? World Cup. Oh, like outside the pub.
But yeah.
Then that green 14. So as we said before, the stream actually crashed the first time. One of the things we'll be doing is that when the World Cup is on, if it clashes with any stream that we're broadcasting on, we're actually going to react and comment on the game as a trio. However, it's going to cause copyright issues if I put the World Cup football up on the stream. I think I've got to check into that. but I think it's going to cause copyright issues. So you'll have to watch it on a separate TV, which is what I'll be doing anyway, to see what we're talking about. But yeah, we will comment and react on the matches. I know it's copyrighted, Mr. Sneffu, but I've got to check whether there is a way around it or not. But at the moment, I think that we can't do it. But so you'll have to do it. So you have to, if you want to know what we're talking about, you'll have to watch the football, or you can just watch us and just enjoy us just talking shit, if you so want. That all starts on November the 20th. We'll definitely be featuring the England games. I was thinking about stopping streaming. Yeah, I was thinking about stopping streaming while England were playing, but no, I'm actually going to stream if it clashes with an England game. So we'll actually commentate whatever game's on. We'll commentate on it. Although it might cause a bit of a problem when England play Wales, because I'm English and the senior management in this house is Welsh, and that might cause a bit of a problem. She might actually end up sticking fireworks in my bum. So you have to be very careful of that. So, but these are our plans.
Sorry, Mr. Sneffo. Yeah, the World Cup 2018 happened to Russia, and as I know, most Russians don't support gay people. But the drama never happened like this. No, but the Russians don't set fire to them and cut their heads off if they're gay. Yeah. Like Saudi Arabia.
Just imprison them in the gulag.
Best pal says he's got that problem. Obviously, he's gay, so he's got that problem with being gay. So yeah, okay.
Well, he's got
Don't go to Qatar.
If Wales play the United States, he's fucked. Because the missus will be married. Because his missus comes from New York, didn't she?
That's hilarious.
So we will be doing something for the World Cup, obviously. It's the only football I really watch. The World Cup and the European Championships are the only. I actually support West Ham as a football team, and I think the last time I actually watched them was when they were in the FA Cup final, which was about 1986 or something like that. So I don't watch them unless it's a big match, but I do like the European Championships and I do like the World Cup. And this year I've discovered the female football team big time, and I should be following them in the major sports. Because I think women's football is very underrated, and I'm glad. I saw an interview on BBC One the other day with one of the women's footballers from Crystal Palace, the captain of Crystal Palace, saying that since England won the European Championships, the support for women's football has increased drastically, and so have their wages, because they've got more money coming in. I mean, they're still nowhere near the par of the male performers, but it's an increase, and I think they should be paid equally with them. I think that the England female team should be paid equally with the men's football team.
Yes.
Nat Green says, haven't Qatar been playing nationals to support the other teams as no one wants to go from other countries? Well, they did offer Norwich City fans to go, Nat, but they couldn't find more than 20 of them. They couldn't fill the plane up, so they cancelled that.
Yeah. Yeah, when I walked around Suffolk saying, and Norfolk saying, does anyone support Norwich? Everybody hid their head and went. I don't know why.
I was just I did a very quick Google just to see, because Mr. Sneffo says, I don't think they longer do that, and Best Pal said they do. And the first one that came up was last year, a guy was sentenced to 500 lashes and a certain amount of time in prison for being gay. So, I think you got Norwich and Ipswich mixed up.
Hello, Krampus there on Reddit, and nice to see you. Sorry, I'm just going to change the subject for a minute, because this is our last ever stream on Reddit, because Reddit stops streaming from tomorrow.
Yep,
they don't know. I don't know what time tomorrow. They won't tell us. So, but I'm not gonna take the chance on doing it. So it's nice. We've got four people watching us on Reddit. I mean, I remember there was a time when I had nearly 500,000 watching us.
I know.
Did you, speaking of Reddit, Nikki, did you catch what me and Tracy were sort of half planning on Saturday?
No.
A pub stream.
What, you from the pub?
Both of us from the pub.
Oh, you two from the pub?
Yeah, he's going to come.
3 if you joined us.
He's going to come and invade my part of London. I'll find
Well,
a...
if I did that, I'd have to bring the missus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
we'd have to find a Premier Inn to stay overnight.
yeah, there's one not a quarter of a mile from me.
Because there's no way I'm coming out with you two, not having a fucking drink and having to drive home after.
There's
Fucking
there's a
100 miles.
it's either a Premier or a Travel Lodge in a quarter of a mile from me.
Or not Travel Lodge. I wouldn't stay in a fucking Travel Lodge. I hate the places.
I don't know which one it is. It's one of the two big chains. So yeah, I'm just thinking about that, Nicky. Yeah, Battersea is a nice enough place, but I don't want to get stabbed.
Is that where you live, Battersea, is it?
I'm not saying anything. I live in London.
Ah, right.
I don't want to go to Stab Central.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to risk stepping in dog shit. Go on, deny it.
Well, that's
I don't
good.
know where you're talking about. I don't live there, so...
All right.
No, I'm glad. I'm just reading what Mr. Sniffo has said there, and I'm. If that's the case, I am truly glad. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I've got to be honest and say that I'm also in two minds. Sean is saying that she's not going to watch the World Cup, and I was in two minds about it. And I said to her, "Why aren't you going to watch the World Cup?" And she said, "Because I don't believe, I don't want to show any support for Qatar at all." And I was thinking maybe I'll go the same way, but
fuck off that.
I will say that my area isn't that bad, to be honest. It's in London, and my area honestly isn't that bad.
did you notice the way she looks around when she says that, just in case there's any knife people around?
Just as something behind her,
Yeah. Did you notice that, Nicky?
Even though she's on the 27th floor.
Yeah.
There's no way that they can get in.
Yeah.
It's no, but it isn't that bad. Honestly, I feel safe enough to live here. I wouldn't want to be a young, like a teenager, around here, but only because it's London.
Would you feel safe living on the ground floor?
No.
Well, there you go then.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, would you feel safe living on the ground floor?
Yeah. No, I would. Honestly, it's London. I can't confidently walk around most places. The only place I would walk around London in the middle of the night, it would be the very brightly lit, very touristy, very full places like, I was going to say Leicester Square.
Soho.
Yeah, Soho. There you go.
You can walk around my village late at night. I do. You can walk around here late at night.
Yeah, but you're Kent.
I am not
walk
a
around
cunt.
here late at night. I wouldn't want to walk around here late at night. Fucking hell.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I just, I mean,
They turn the street lights off at midnight.
yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, burglar's charter. It is. Fucking absolutely ridiculous. Turn the street lights off at midnight.
Yeah.
Just put another 50p in the fucking meter.
Yeah, look, that's how safe you can be. Look, that's the view outside my house now, Tracy. That's how safe you can be, look.
Yeah.
I agree with you now. I've said to these two before that I couldn't live in London because of it's too built up. There's too many people, and I guess it's what people are used to, but I couldn't do it. No.
Yeah.
Pikachu gang, couple of blokes. I have no idea what that means. Are you looking for a couple of blokes? Sorry, Pikachu gang on Reddit has just come up and just said couple of blokes. I mean, is that what you're looking for?
2.5 blokes. There you go.
Yeah. What kind of bong is that? I don't know. What are you watching?
Is it the cock? Oh
no, he can't see the cock. He's on Reddit. He can't see the cock.
No, of course. What kind of bong is what then? Bloody hell.
He can only just about see your tits, Tracy. He can only see half of Mickey.
This is what you're missing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they mean? Two blokes? They just can't see me.
No, they can see you. Hang on, I'll put the link up to the Reddit stream, and you can see what they can see. There you go. There's the link to the Reddit stream, and you can see what they can see. It's because they're watching it in 9:16. So I'm not quite sure what the question about the bong is, because he can't see my cock on Reddit. Everybody on Twitch can see my cock, but they can't see it on Reddit.
What kind of bong is that? Right, okay, can't see a bong, so
No.
couple of blokes.
And that's a
Yeah.
bloody. I know what it is, right? Pikachu Gang, right, is just coming out with random sentences. He's got one of those apps. It's a random sentence generator, right? That just goes on streams and just generates random sentences. Right. Sorry. Where were we?
Shall we talk? I just wanted to comment on get your thoughts on how Ukraine is doing, because it looks like they've pushed the Russians out of Kherson and are looking at a tentative victory at the moment.
Well, yeah, they pushed them out of Kherson, but it's still got a long way to go if you have a look at a map.
Yeah.
And see all the red. I'll be happy when they push them all the way out of Crimea as well.
Yeah.
Which I think they should have done in the first place, but they didn't have the European support for it that they've got now. We've got to keep supplying them. When I say we, I don't mean just the British. I mean NATO. We've got to keep supplying them with weapons and ammunition. And just keep going. They're doing a marvellous job.
They are doing absolutely fantastic. I mean, the Ukrainian president. I mean, Volodymyr Zelensky. What a fairy tale that actually is. That the fact he is the president of Ukraine. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a comedian to start with.
A comedian that makes president.
A comedian,
and he's turned out to be.
He's pretty solid.
I'm clashing with the flag. Look.
Yeah, but you got the right colours. That's absolutely fine.
I am. Yeah, I have. So, I think Ukraine are doing extremely well. I think their president is fairy. It's like a fairy tale, isn't it? He goes on television to play the president who stands for election as a joke and gets elected. And then in real life, he stands for election as a joke and gets elected. And now that he was elected, he's leading his country to victory. I mean, I'm not too sure on. I haven't really watched the news today because I've been really busy today, and I'll tell you all about my adventures in a minute. But I'm not sure. Is Mariupol not too far from Kherson, is it?
Mariupol? No, it's not. No,
because I was watching a document.
The thing is, they blew up the bridge across the river at Kherson, and the next nearest one is 44 miles away. So
now I was watching a documentary the other night on TV about Mariupol in the early days and how it was affected and all the people that left. So I'll be glad when they get that back, and the steelworks as well. Is that where the steelworks were?
Yeah, the steelworks is where the Ukraine army made their last stand.
That's basically. It. Yeah, it was a documentary about that, and I was. You like how I'm changing up the background according to the subjects, Tracy?
Yeah, no, I'm loving it.
But it takes a couple of seconds for me to do it. So when you change subjects like that, you really catch me out.
Well, when we spoke about your cock, we didn't have a penis on the screen.
Yeah.
No, but it doesn't. It actually doesn't matter if we change subject quickly and it takes you a while to get something, because it just means it's the transition between the two subjects. It's not like we sort of go right in, discuss it, and then out before you change the picture on the back. So I think it's good. And that's nice and bright. I think this is the kind of thing that we, should be doing. I think it's good. I was actually thinking as well, because I was saying to Mickey earlier about how I've always liked it with the Saturday one, feeling like we are actually socialising. We're going out to the pub sort of thing. And I was thinking maybe that should be our pub background night or something, just so that it feels like we're out in a bar.
Are we swingers?
Are we swingers?
Have you read Reddit?
Oh, okay.
Mother from another brother.
I want to know how you all know each other. Is this like a swing-about club? Well, there you go.
Can you imagine me and Mickey DPing Tracy?
I just did. That's why I laughed.
Now I put that image in your head, you're never going to get rid of it, are you?
I'd never reach her fucking tonsils.
The keys and the bowls and the cheese and pineapple on sticks. They're setting an caravans involved. Oh dear, that's so hilarious.
Where would you put a caravan in a DP?
Where would you put the cheese and pineapple on sticks?
Well, I could think of a few places.
I am not a hedgehog.
Well, it keeps your mouth busy, doesn't it?
No, but then you know, pineapple eats human flesh because it's got the bromelain in it, something like that. It's got an enzyme in it that's the digestive enzyme. That could be awkward if in DPing. That could. You just need to put an upside down pineapple in your stream now, says Nat Green.
Working on it. I'm working on it.
I've got a cocktail stick. Oh dear. And amazingly, here's the cheese. Ta-da! Oh dear, oh dear. That was funny. The last night of Reddit is
I've moved the whole scenario to a car park. Have you ever been to Deptford, right? The most exciting thing in Deptford is the KFC on Deptford Bridge, right? That is the most exciting, where the old British car auctions used to be. Just over the other side of the bridge from that is a KFC, and it's open till 1 a.m. That is the most exciting thing in Deptford.
And could we park our caravan there?
Well, yeah, if you really want to.
I mean, the cheese and pineapple and sausage rolls are all very well, but nothing like getting a nice hot box of sticky breasts and thighs.
But the most exciting thing about Deptford is that KFC.
Sorry, Mickey?
I said, I love sticky breasts and thighs.
Yeah, a nice hot bucket. To dip into.
Dip my gravy in.
Oh my god. Nat Green said the most exciting thing about Suffolk is the Welcome to Norfolk sign.
Hey, he's a fucking pud. He's probably got 6 fingers and webbed feet. Hey. Where are you in Norfolk anyway, Nat? Just outside Norwich, aren't you? Hey? Oh, we got an upside down pineapple. You do know what an upside down pineapple means, don't you?
God, I don't. What's it?
Google it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, he just doesn't know, do you, Tracy?
Not this one, no.
You need to go to Urban Dictionary.
I've got it. It's when a person. Yeah, okay.
There was a woman who had one tattooed on her arm without realising what it meant.
There you go. See, I've never heard that expression, so it just goes to show Reddit that clearly I have no idea about swinging. Yeah.
Which car park in Deptford is this? I'm just out of curiosity.
Interested.
I'm curious.
Oh Christ!
I'm curious. I know Deptford quite well, as you can probably tell.
Nat Green's family's from Kent, Steve. Look at fucking hell.
Whereabouts in Kent?
No wonder he moved to fucking Norwich.
Whereabouts in Kent?
I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. Carry the fault, Tracy and Mickey. Talk rubbish.
Well, that's what I normally do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure we've had that sounds like something a swinger would say. Yeah, see, there you go.
I'm going for a piss. Yeah, I am.
Gravesend. I've been there once.
Gravesend, yeah, Gravesend. Do you know what it's called, Gravesend?
I have no idea what it's called, Gravesend.
From the Black Death.
No,
from the Black Death. It was a plague pit.
Is it what?
A plague pit from the Black Death.
Oh, right.
That's why it's called Gravesend.
Oh, that's hilarious. Steve disappeared into the pineapple. Oh dear. I like the way he's finding out exactly where in Deptford this place is. Is it near the KFC? Because I'll be hungry afterwards. Oh dear, that's so funny. That the upside down pineapple is something that I genuinely had never heard before. So that's the new one on me. I shall be using that in polite conversation from now on. Oh dear, oh dear. So we've got an upside. God, look at this. Steve, you've changed. Oh, I don't want to talk about cancer and bring the conversation down. That was the other one that I had. We'll talk about that. He will. He's gonna reappear from the pineapple in a minute. I've got to watch this. I've got to see this. Oh, for God's sake! I hope he's turned his mic off. Did you hear that?
Yes, about the wars, Mr. Sniffo. Yeah, carry on. Yeah. I'm listening.
Fucking hell! The pineapple's flushing. I like the way your mic's coming out of the pineapple as well, Vicky.
Yeah, I know, it keeps bloody appearing and disappearing.
Hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. What they were after was those areas that they're now occupying.
Did I hear Tracy say from now on she's going to be using an upside down pineapple, or was that my imagination?
I said I'm going to be using that term in polite conversation from now on.
Okay. Okay, try using it in conjunction with rosebud.
I know what rosebud is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I know what that is.
Yeah. We're actually doing quite well. We've got nine people on Twitch, and we've got 6 people on Reddit, because this is our last ever. I'm going to mention it again. This is our last ever stream on Reddit, because Reddit is stopping streaming from tomorrow. No more streaming. I'm wondering if I could ask. This is Mother from Another Brother on Reddit has just said, I'm wondering if I could ask a little advice from the 3 sages. I've nicked a recycling bin a day for the last 2 weeks. They're all in the garden, and my neighbours reported me to dibble. Long, short story. How do I get rid? Murder.
Are you talking about getting rid of your neighbour or getting rid of the bins?
Yeah, murder, I think, is the best way.
Yeah, that's it.
You can put each body part in one of the bins.
I remember once upon a time, the doctor said to me that I needed to walk 7 miles every day, which was fucking useless, because at the end of the week I was 42 miles away.
Yeah.
I said something similar earlier. The doctor told me that I needed to do some activity that raised my heart rate and got me a little out of breath. And
you should do upside down pineappling.
I had a coffee earlier, and it raised my heart rate and made me a little out of breath. So I thought, oh, that's easy enough. I'll just have a coffee a day. There you go.
I've cracked it. I've solved the problem. I've solved the problem. Get some Santa hats and dye them blue and put one on each bin.
And
God knows.
I thought you were going to talk about murdering Smurfs or something.
No, God knows.
That's it. Yeah, they're not bins, officer. They're garden gnomes.
Yeah, disguise them. Just God knows. Paint them green.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, no. Paint them half green and half fluffy white, and then you can pretend they're pampas grass, and then everybody will know you're a swinger.
Or a twat.
Yeah, or a twat, yeah. Did you hear about that urban legend? Apparently, if you've got pampas grass in your garden, you're a swinger.
Oh.
It's the international symbol for swingers.
Yeah.
There's some people up the road from me that have got pampas grass growing in their front garden, and every time I go past, I snigger. They're about like 95, so I don't think they are swingers.
They might
I just snigger.
have been swingers.
My son's got Pampers in his waste bin.
Oh, are we talking about nappies?
Well, yeah. I thought that's what he was on about.
God, can you imagine having Pampers nappies growing in your garden? Well, some people do. Yeah. Oh dear, that's hilarious. You can pick up stickers for your bins as well, so you can put a face on them. Yeah, look, they're my friends. You can't take them off, so they're my friends. Oh dear.
But anyway, getting back to Mr. Sniffo said, yes, they have got what they wanted. They wanted those 3 regions in the south there. They've got them. But I think if Ukraine pushed, they could take probably not all, but most of it back.
I'd like to think they would.
The only problem comes is when Russia starts lobbing shells from their side of the border.
Yeah.
Because if Ukraine starts lobbing shells into Russia, that can cause big problems.
Thank you,
Big
Mother.
problem.
I've just read.
Stick a toilet roll on the front of the recycling bin and pretend they're Daleks.
Yeah. Everyone in my gaff is watching you lot, even the cat is fascinated. Well, why wouldn't the cat be? The cat knows that...
Well, cat knows quality when it sees it. You know what cats are like.
Exactly.
You know what cats are like. They know quality when they see it.
Cats have...
It's our last ever stream on Reddit, Mother for Another Brother. If you want to see us in future, you'll have to come over to Twitch. Now, for some reason, I can't post the URL to our Twitch. We're on Twitch right now, live. I can't post... If you come over to Twitch, you'll be able to see my cock.
Yeah. Which is there.
Oh, I've got a cock, and we've nicknamed it Matt. And you'll understand why. There we go, yeah, we're on Twitch. If you ever watch Celebrity Big Brother, you'll understand why our cock is called Matt.
Celebrity, get me out of here. Celebrity Big Brother hasn't been on for years. You got me all excited then, you said.
Yeah, you're right, I'm getting too excited there. You're right, I'm getting too excited there.
You got me all excited there. I thought, Celebrity Big Brother, what have I been missing?
Oh, we're back on swinging again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right, I've got my towel, don't worry.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's the last Reddit are stopping streaming, and I used to, I mean, I'm going to spend some time just talking about Reddit for a minute. I'm going to be, I'll be eternally grateful for Reddit because I think it saved my sanity, and it also brought the 3 of us to be doing, basically Reddit is responsible for the 3 of us, doing what we're doing now. I mean, Tracy did say we're going to talk about cancer, so I'll touch on it briefly because I'm not going to really go into cancer right now to spoil the mood. But when the UK went into lockdown back in March 2020, because I've got a blood cancer, it was considered dangerous for me to be out, in public. So I decided to take early retirement and lock myself away and do shielding, which I did. And after about 6 weeks, I realised just how lonely and isolated it was, and I accidentally discovered Reddit streaming, and because of it I built up a following, and Reddit streaming became my social life for 2.5 years. And then 6 months ago it's about 4 months ago when Reddit started fucking about and they decided they were going to put streaming on the back door, Tracy and Mickey joined me and we moved over to Twitch. But I will always be grateful for Reddit because it did save my my sanity during those lockdown and the early parts of COVID. So I'll always be grateful for that, and in a way I'll miss it. I won't miss it because of its horrible 9:16 format.
Oh God, yeah. Where
everybody else is widestream, and I won't miss it because since it's been given a back door, I've gone from since Reddit put streaming on the back door, I've gone from having a high of 415,000 viewers. Yes, it did. One stream had 415,000 viewers. That's right, nearly 500,000. With the average streams getting 100,000 viewers. I've gone from that to having a poxy fucking 6 on Reddit at the moment. So Reddit really have killed streaming. Yes, look, I'm gonna show you my cock. All right. I don't do this for everybody, but I'm going to show you my cock.
Well, you'll have to, Mother. It's the last stream on Reddit, but we're carrying on Twitch. So seriously, the link is posted. Don't know whichever side. The link's posted in the chat. Click
there you
on that. Follow us.
There you go. This is my cock.
Hello, right. Matt.
And we've called it Matt. There we go. And we've called our cock Matt. That's our mascot, right? Put it back where it belongs. So that people on Reddit can't see it. Hey, look at that, eh? That's a pair of cocks.
Hey!
Look at that, that's a tit fuck. Right, sorry. Yeah, so it's our last ever stream on Reddit. And it is a shame. It is an absolute shame. I'm sad it's the last stream here, but it's not us, it's Reddit. No more streaming from tomorrow. I don't know whether you've heard or not,
But we're staying
Reddit
on
has stopped
Twitch.
streaming completely.
So you guys on Twitch, we're going nowhere. We're staying on Twitch.
We're going nowhere extremely rapidly.
Yes, this is it.
We started at the bottom and we're working our way down.
Yeah. Let me get the cancer thing out of the way so that we can carry on having a laugh and stuff. Basically, I wanted to say that I don't know if you've seen in the news, but there's a presenter who has done things like oh God, what did he do? A Place in the Sun and Escape to the Country. His name's Johnny Irwin, and he's revealed he's got terminal cancer. He's only 48, and basically it's lung cancer. And Irwin said the first sign of his illness came during filming of A Place in the Sun in 2020, when his vision became blurry when driving. So that
he should have gone to Barnard Castle.
But that was the first sign that he had lung cancer, was that his eyesight was blurry. And now it's spread to his brain, and they gave him 6 months to live. I think it was back in 2020, so he's still here now. But he's got terminal cancer. So it was just something that I wanted to talk about quickly, because I know your friend Jim has been diagnosed with lung cancer after having a pain in his shoulder and no lung symptoms. And again, Johnny Irwin, no lung symptoms, bit of blurred eyesight, went to the doctor or optician or whoever. Turns out he's got lung cancer. So
Jimmy's listening.
Oh, it's all right, thank you. Oh, okay, you had eye problems and shoulder. Yeah, but so that's what I'm saying, that everybody, the advice of your, lung cancer symptoms, a cough that doesn't go away, a sore throat, a bad chest, bringing up blood, stuff like that, pain in your chest, that's everybody thinks, oh, well, that could be lung cancer. And nobody thinks about, because when I read it, I thought of you, Jim, with your shoulder pain. And Johnny Irwin now has got terminal cancer because of that, because of lung cancer. So. 0 chest symptoms now or when diagnosed. Yeah, I think I've seen Johnny Irwin has said similar stuff. So I just wanted to touch on that, because again, it's one of those things that you need to be looking out for, and be, it's symptoms that don't go away.
Yeah, mother from another brother. Just to go back to Twitch again. You can see us. We're going to be on Twitch for a long time. As Tracy said, we're going nowhere on Twitch. I don't think she actually meant it like that, but yeah, she's right. We're going nowhere on Twitch. But we're on Twitch 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So come and join us. The talk show should be talk shows and podcasts. Unfortunately, we don't get the viewers, Mr. Sniffo.
We've tried.
We have tried. And we're not really a talk show, are we? We're literally just chatting. We're not interviewing people. We're just chatting. We're just talking and interacting with our audience. At the moment, I've got a black screen. So if you guys would like, what do you guys want to see on the background?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. What do you guys want to see on the background? Because that's what we're doing. We're just chatting. We haven't got a talk show as such. We did try in that category, and I did think it would be a good category, but I can't really describe it as a talk show. To me, a talk show is like the old Parkinson or the Russell Hardy show used to be, or what's that Irish guy that does the talk show?
Oh,
the little gay guy that has all the big names on.
Yeah, Graham Norton.
Graham Norton. That's a talk. Oh. To me, that's a talk show. Yeah, do we agree?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's a talk show. The Johnny Carson show or Tonight Show, that's a talk show.
We did try repeatedly, like playing around one night in Just Chatting, another night in talk show. And, when you're only getting like a couple of viewers who don't say anything in talk shows, and then we got sort of 10 viewers in Just Chatting and a few of you are talking, it makes more sense to be in Just Chatting. So, because we love the interaction. That's the thing. We love the interaction. And putting us into talk shows and podcasts and not having the interaction means that our thing doesn't happen. We talk with each other, but no viewer interaction. So Have you got just staying on cancer brief? Oh, Neep, good evening. I was going to say, Steve, have you got any update with your treatment or anything at the moment?
Yeah, I'll talk about my cancer in a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm just responding to a request, so just give me a minute there.
Yeah. No, I just
Right, I'll talk about my cancer.
Come on, Mickey. Reddit wants to see some eggs.
Oh.
You're the one.
Hang on, upside down. Upside
Oh,
down.
God. That's gonna fall on your head. Gonna fall on your head. Actually, yay! Was that me or you?
What?
Who just made a dun sound?
That's my phone.
Oh, all right.
That's my phone.
There we go. And your head suits it perfectly. Oh, no, you've moved it up now. There we go. Your head's an extra egg in the bowl.
Right, for those that don't know, I have cancer, and I'm currently on chemotherapy. The cancer I have isn't lung cancer. The cancer I have is follicular lymphoma, and it's also known as non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a blood cancer of the immune system, and I'm currently on chemotherapy for it. So I'm going to talk about that for a couple of minutes because Tracy's just asked me. Neephead. I'm a member of Envato Elements, which gives me the license to use these images, and it costs me $150 a year. But I do get millions and millions of images that I can use without breaching copyright, or I've got a license to use is the answer. So technically, it costs me. However, if I use 1,000 images, then it's going to cost me £1.50 or 15 pence. So I don't know, but I use.
That's the literal answer there, Neep. You weren't expecting to get a literal answer from.
No, I don't know. I'm basically a member of Envato Elements. I also Getty Images and Shutterstock as well. So I can license images from them to use on Twitch streams, which I do. I have to download them, and I have to. That's what takes me a couple of minutes to actually get the image up when somebody requests it, because I have to agree. And I have to download the license as well in case of any copyright issues. So if you want to see the license, I can show you. It is fully licensed for commercial use. Lay out some cash first, then use as you please. Exactly as I do. Exactly how you do it. And it costs me, Envato Elements is 150 quid a year. And that gives me video, images, and lots of other things. It's the best of all of the... I think it's the best of all of the libraries. The other one I'm a member of is Motion Array. Right, yes. So I'm on chemotherapy at the moment, which is what this band on my arm is actually hiding. I had my chemotherapy via infusion into my arms. This is actually a port that just there is a tube that goes into my arm and goes up along the vein and down just above my heart, where when I had my chemotherapy, it's infused that way. To answer your question, I'm obviously the hair has become an issue, Tracy, because again, I shaved tonight, and the last time I shaved was Friday. So, and I'm normally having to shave every day. You see what I was like on stream before if I hadn't shaved for a day. I'd have stubble over there. I've lost all my pubic hair, as we know. We've discussed this.
Not just discussed it as well.
Yeah, we have mentioned it. We've had pictures of it. Yeah,
that was a show and tell that I wasn't expecting.
Well, there's nothing rude about it.
No. Carry on. Sorry.
Mickey's on Pornhub.
Just going for a peek.
Mickey's on Pornhub.
The midget is having a pee.
And then he's gone for a 5-knuckle shuffle now, hasn't he?
That's what I just said. You said he's on Pornhub, and then he said, "Oh, I'm going off for a pee."
he's gone for a 5-knuckle shuffle. So right now I'm halfway between cycles 3 and 4. After cycle 2, I started to get pins and needles in my fingers and toes, and it was one of the drugs that I was on called vincristine, which was causing nerve damage. So they stopped that for cycle 3, which I had a couple of days. Friday the 7th. No. Yeah, it was Friday the 7th, so it's a week. So it's just over a week there. But 10 days, in fact, that I had my last chemotherapy, and I'm what's classed as halfway between the cycle when my immune system is at its lowest, and I have to inject myself with filgrastim, which is a horrible drug which brings up my white blood cell. My white blood cell count. I actually googled the drug today, and I wish I hadn't bothered chasing when I found out what was in it.
The drug, sorry?
Filgrastim.
Yeah. Oh,
Filgri.
You
Google it when you see what it is, right? I wish there are some things you don't wish. There are some things, right, that I wish I didn't know the answer to, and I know the answer to this now, and I wish I hadn't. It's like when I googled rituximab and discovered it was made with mouse protein. I just wondered how that worked for vegetarians having cancer. So it's interfering with my sleep quite badly that I'm going to bed when I'm tired. Like last night, I went to bed at midnight. I was absolutely shattered. I went to bed for an hour, and I was wide awake for 3 hours. In the end, I got up and I started playing on the internet because I couldn't get back to sleep. And then at 5 o'clock this morning, I finally got back to sleep, and only for an hour again, and then back up again. And so now I've spent the whole fucking day having naps just to catch up on my sleep, and my sleep bank is still overdrawn. I'm still at just 5 hours in the last 24 hours. So that's how it's going, but that is the middle of the cycle, and that's what it happens every time. So as I get towards the end of the cycle, before I have my next burst of chemo, it improves, and of course I have the next burst of chemo, and it all goes back to doing it again. So that's how I am. Right, that's that subject changed. I'll put the eggs up. Anywhere else? Let's talk about Mickey's dog.
Yay, Millie! Hello.
Is that then?
Oh, everyone loves a pupper. Look, the numbers are going up. Hello, Millie.
Walkies. I better say it in a Suffolk accent. Who are?
Who are walkies?
Who are walkies? Who are?
Oh,
Walkies.
You have to.
That's good scritch. Oh,
You want a biscuit?
I've had me cuddle now. I'm all right. It's all right, Dad. I'm all right now. Oh dear. Oh, he buggered off again as well. It said
I get tired like this. My other adventure is that on Saturday morning, the senior management, the missus, come into me and said, "I'm going to bed." 8 o'clock in the morning. She just finished the night shift, and I said, "Why is that?" And she said, "Because the telly's not working." So I went in the front room, and she was right. We couldn't turn the telly on. We've had it 7 years. It wouldn't. I did a reset and everything. It's still broken. So I thought, right, I ordered myself a nice new telly, which arrived this morning.
Is it good?
No, it was broken.
I'd seen that. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So I've got arranged for that to be picked up and another TV to be delivered. So at the moment, we're without a TV until the new one arrives. But don't bother me because I tend to watch TV on my PC anyway, and she watches TV on the tablet in the front room. So it's no great loss. But yeah, I've been playing fuck about with the TVs.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my news. That's my week.
Yes. Lovely. So good. We're all caught up now. So bring back radio rentals. Yep. I
used to love radio rentals. I think I got my first telly from radio rentals.
I've got a feeling mine was as well.
Huh?
My mum's, I think, is it DER? Was that a thing? Oh, DER, I remember being.
DER, I remember. Rumbelows. Remember Rumbelows?
Yeah.
I remember Rumbelows, yeah.
One thing about TV is if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong in the first week. And then you'll get years out of it, usually. So it's like white goods. Usually they go wrong in the first year, and if they don't, you'll get years of service out of it, usually. Jim says he doesn't own a TV. Good man. It's all.
I could quite happily live without a TV. It's really not something that I watch.
Yeah.
I watch
a lot.
Mother from another mother on the other side. Thank you all for a wonderful introduction. I will pop over to Twitch at some point and hang out. I'll bring some baps and my dogging connections. Sending a massive shout out to you three and that awesome looking K9. Nighty night.
Thank you, Mother.
And that's me that said night, mate.
See you on Twitch. Excellent. Yeah, I used to watch a lot more TV than I do now, because what I find that I'm doing in my evenings now is talking to you guys, and the evenings that I'm not talking to you guys, I'm generally either editing, or I might be watching a bit of YouTube or something. So my TV consumption in the last 3 months or so has gone right down. So, did I just flew over sideways? Did you move me?
No.
Oh, all right. Did you move me?
No.
Oh. That means Reddit can't see me at all now. Yay! I'll just have a party by myself over here. Oh, he moved me back. Mine is 95% YouTube these days. I think that's.
I shall be back in a second. You can watch me disappear into the eggs.
Yeah, it was funnier when you disappeared into the pineapple.
Well, yes, it would be, especially if that was in real life.
Yeah, I do. I tend to watch a lot of YouTube now, and I never used to. And forums, I used to be a lot more active on forums, whereas now I just tend to read stuff on forums. I just don't have enough time to be active on forums anymore. So, Mickey's off as well.
No, I'm not.
It looks like you're dipping down. It looks like you're sitting in the. It looks like you're sitting in the bowl of eggs. That's hilarious.
Well, as you know, Trace, I used to, before we started doing this stream, I used to be gaming every night.
Yeah.
With a bunch of mates. In fact, they're getting a bit fed up with me because I'm not there every night now. But
I've
to
got
be fair,
responsibilities, you say to them.
no, it's not that. But I mean, I've played with some of these guys for 7 or 8 years, and after a while, doing the same old thing,
Yeah.
night after night, gets very boring.
Yeah.
And what do I play? I play the Division 2. I play Armored Warfare. I play.
Thank you for popping in. See you Wednesday.
No, mate. And take care and look after your friend. Just be there to listen to her. If she needs you, just listen. Yeah.
Anyway, carry on, Mickey. What do you play?
Like I say, refetching. Yeah, I've been playing Tom Clancy's Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands. I also play, believe it or not, a game called PC Simulator, which is actually it's a PC building.
I remember you saying about this before.
Yeah, I really like it because I love building computers, and I've got to the stage now that I can't afford to build them in reality, so I do them in a video game.
Oh.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed. I play a lot of the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, and yeah, World of Tanks. I used to play that. World of Warships. I still play. I think Steve's now started to play World of Warships.
I haven't had a lot of time this week with various things, Mickey, but I will do this week.
No, I mean tomorrow. No, is it Wednesday tomorrow? No, it's Tuesday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but Wednesday I've got to take the wife to the hospital for her hearing tests.
Mm-hmm.
For all this pain in the arse I told you about, because all she needs is her hearing aid repaired.
Yeah.
It's absolutely.
World of Warships is a bit samey, isn't it, Mickey?
It can be, but when you get to the high end with tier 10s and you go into play PvP, which is person versus person, some of them are very, very good players. which is why I don't tend to play that very much. I'll just play against bots. It's yeah. I like I say I've said to you before, Steve. After an hour, I've had enough of it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly how I feel about it.
You know, I mean, I'll pop on there for an hour. I don't even do it every day now. I'll just pop on there for an hour now and again. Just potter about. If I got an hour to spare and I don't know what else to do with myself. But yeah, but some of the top end players are really, really good. I mean, back in the day when they first started, they used to have clan wars. Whereas, and they'd stream it live over a weekend where the winners got around about $1,000 or something, but they don't do that anymore. Again, but it's a Russian-owned company again, so they're biased towards Russians, obviously. Although since this kicked off with Ukraine, they've got offices in Cyprus. So now apparently it's Wargaming is a Cypriot company, not a Russian one. It's just a name change, really. But yeah, but I mean, I play a lot of different things. But since I've been streaming, like I say, I don't play as much. But I'd be honest, I prefer to be on here talking to people because it's something fresh every time.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. It's fresh, you know, and to get to interact with people.
Well, what I like about this, touching on what Jim said about no TV and forums. Jim, by the way, you're in risk of being removed. My software will remove you after 28 days of no inactivity. Just thought I'd mention that. I like to prune the members. And 28 days of no activity, it thinks you don't want to be a member again and will remove you. Just touching on what that with the TV. What I like about streaming, and what I've always liked about streaming even before Tracy and Mickey joined me, is that it brings back the art of conversation.
Yeah.
And between the three of us, we have conversations because we can interact in real time. But we also have conversations with you guys, although you can't interact in real time. We can have conversations with you. You can type in with us. And we do have special guests. We have Al that comes in from Honolulu every once in a while, but I think he's been a bit busy. And we will going forward.
Not seen him for a while.
Going forward, I'm planning in my head. I'm planning to have special guests streaming, which brings me nicely to you, Jim. How do you fancy coming on being a guest one night? Just thought I'd mention that. Being a guest and being interviewed by us in a talk show thing, or even though we're not a talk show. Right, well then I suggest, Jim, have you got a PC?
Can I just say, you said it about being interviewed and we're not talk show and stuff like this. It will be exactly the same as what we're doing now. It will be a conversation between, us and him, and so although we'll ask him questions, it's not like, Michael Parkinson going, "Oh, what have you been doing with your life?"
You need to download Tracy. You need to download Skype, Jim, because that's how I bring Mickey and Tracy in via Skype. So you need to download Skype, because I think you've got a story to tell, and I think you tell it well. And I know you're not camera shy, but I think you've got a story to tell, and I think you tell it well. So I'd like to have you on as a guest sooner rather than later. And we'll arrange that if you want to. We'll sort that out. We're no longer streaming on Fridays, by the way, so Monday's turning out to be our busiest night, isn't it? Mondays, Tracy.
Yeah.
So maybe next Monday, Jim. Maybe you'd like to join us next Monday. Jim has got a good story to tell. Right, remind me, guys. Get Jim to join us next Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a simple matter. Is I just bring you in on a Skype call. I hate Skype and I don't like using Skype. I'd sooner use Zoom. but Zoom now start charging. When we were in the pandemic, it was quite good because Zoom you could get for a personal Zoom account, you could get unlimited time. But now we're out of the pandemic ish. They've gone back to 40 minutes. Actually, there's other software I'd rather use called Video Ninja, which is much better, but it's a little complicated to set up. But so it'll have to be Skype. We do have one or two problems with Skype, like the technical problem we had tonight, which is why I want to get away from Skype. Although Twitch are bringing in a guest thing, and I've looked at it, and I don't think that I can green screen people out like I am, because basically, if I turn off my software, this is what Mickey and Tracy actually look like to me. This is what I'm seeing. This is not what you're seeing, right? Because you're seeing Tracy and Mickey on a browser. What I'm seeing is the raw image as it's coming into my PC, and it looks like that. So that's how I've got them on the background, because they're basically sitting behind a green screen. And I'll do the same with you, Jim. Get you sitting behind a green screen with Skype, so I can click a button, and there we go. You're in with the background. You need to download a special graphic for that to put on your Skype. But I'll go through that with you before we go on the air, so to speak. Yeah, we'll do that, because like I say, he's got an interesting story to tell. And if any of you have got an interesting story to tell, like you, Neeped, do you want to come on, at some point? I'm quite happy to have regulars on if they've got if they've got something interesting. I mean, you're Scottish, so actually it'll be nice to have you sober. That'd be an interesting story. Tell us about the one time you were sober.
Bring along his battered Mars bars with him.
Yeah.
God, no. Ugh. They were horrible. And they were just so sweet. You'd be too camera shy.
I can solve that problem.
What, by just...
with Snap Camera.
Right. Once you've done it once, Neephead, honestly, it's easier.
She feels the same way about DP.
Why am I going big and small and big and small and big and small?
Because Skype is fucking about as usual.
Skype's loving me tonight.
Like I said, this is why I want to dump Skype, but the only other alternative is Zoom or Video Ninja, which we really must get round to using.
We tried Video Ninja though, and it just was really, really bad with the artificial green screen. Remember, it was just like it gave us halos and everything.
What?
We tried Video Ninja.
No, we haven't tried it with an artificial green screen, not yet. I've only just found out how to do it. It's complicated.
Oh. No, we didn't, did we? No, we didn't. It was and that's right. Okay, it was fringing really, really badly anyway. So.
But you going big and small to Skype fucking about. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. Well, I can end the call again.
No, don't worry about it. Let Skype make me fly around. It's interesting. I'm genuinely not doing anything here. I'm like this, and I bet it'll stop now. Look.
Well, when you go big again, I'm going to try and lock the image, and hopefully that'll. There we go. Right, I've locked the image, and hopefully that will stop that from happening. In theory.
I'll go flying across.
No, that didn't work.
Never mind.
Hang on.
With me at the top of the screen here.
He is.
He is.
Yeah, what you're seeing is Mickey's image on a loop.
Oh dear. Oh, don't worry about it, Steve. Honestly, right. It's not. I think the term is Tracy is throbbing. It does look like it, doesn't it? Yeah. It like, I'm in your face. I'm not in your face. I'm in your face. I'm not in your face. I can't
believe for our last ever stream on Reddit, there's only 4 people watching.
Oh, I can.
Tyler Plum says, trying to find the perfect view of your magnificent chest. Oh, now she disappeared altogether.
Right, Skype's just removed you for a minute. Hang on, I'm sorting
Oh,
it
was
out.
that because I jiggled?
I'm sorting it out. Hang on, I'm sorting it out.
I'm all big.
There you go. Oh, oh.
Did you arrive, Mickey? Oh.
There we go.
That
Oh,
she looks like a really comfortable chair. Oh, that's hilarious. Right.
so I'm quite disappointed. Literally, we've only got 4 people on Reddit for the last ever stream on Reddit. You would have thought we would have had more. For fuck's sake, I wish it would stop doing this. Hang on, I must have it set on active call.
For God's sake, don't stick her over on me. She looks like she'd be bouncing up and down on me.
Oh, dear, oh dear. Is it because every time I make a noise, it does something?
Oh dear.
So I'll just make faces at the Oh, he's frozen me in that thing. Oh no, I haven't. I thought he got rid of me. Just you know when you shut down Skype and you freeze. I thought I was stuck then.
Right. Silent Plum says on Reddit, he's trying to find the perfect view of your magnificent chest. That, for me, sums Reddit up completely. The fact that it's absolutely shit. There's only 4 people watching. Reddit, fuck off. Right. Okay, that's it. That is Reddit. Now, gone. I'm just going to take the software. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to take the software off my machine right now.
Oh. He might have been talking about your chest.
Hey?
Anyway, no, he might have been talking about your chest. Anyway, right, well, we got a few people watching us. Anybody got a subject they want to talk about? A question? Anything like that? When we're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. But if you want to keep hold of us, follow us here on Twitch. And then you'll get notified when we go live, and you'll also be able to see what our schedule is. We've got clips, we've got videos of old shows, of previous shows, not old shows, previous shows. So yeah,
that's it. Software's all gone.
Oh, well done. Bye, Reddit. All gone to bed.
Go.
You didn't give me a chance to wave.
Well, the fact that we were getting those sort of conversations on Reddit says that I really don't want to be there any longer. You know, I mean, if nothing else, Tracy, it's misogyny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if
Anyway, Neat wants to know how your holiday went. He hasn't spoke to you about it since.
She stayed sober, which is unusual for anybody in Scotland.
Yeah, I did stay sober. I didn't have a drink at all, and even my husband only had 1 can, and it was of Loch Lomond pale ale, I think, or so, the nearest you can get to lager. But it was really, really good. It was. We stayed by Loch Lomond, and we drove the A82 north, and ended up at Ben Nevis because we were supposed to do a turning to get the Corran ferry. Missed the turning, ended up at Ben Nevis, but the drive there along the A82 just beautiful, really more stunning than I've gone on about Loch Lomond, but it just got, the further you went, the more beautiful it got. I did a bit of Kintyre, but I wanted to drive like all the way down and all the way back, but we sort of got about halfway and then went, yeah, we're not going to be able to do this with, like the sun was setting and everything like this. So, but it was just so good, and I didn't want to come back. We tried streaming quite a bit of it on Twitch, and then found out after about 2 days, like the driving, and found out after about 2-3 days that the signal wasn't as good as Twitch was telling us. The Twitch took our data. Well, it wasn't Twitch taking our data, but the streaming, the actual being live, took our data on our phone, and it was showing on the phone that it was live. But when I looked to see what happens is when you're streaming, it records and Twitch hold it. And I went to look and see, and so much was missing. Like, we thought we'd done like a 2-hour stream and there was 2 minutes. So we missed so much. So we're going to have to go back and do it all again. And this time record it. Actually record it. But yeah, no, beautiful. And I want to go back ASAP. Thank you for asking. I'm going to get the bits that I did record, actually. I'm going to get the bits that I did record and get on memory. I'm going to get them up on YouTube once I've gone through and edited them for things like a certain person who was sat next to me proudly announcing how fast he was going.
Did you do that during sex?
I don't think I ever announced any speed.
Well, there's me going, yeah, watch your numbers, because we were, live streaming. I'm going, watch your numbers, and he's going, oh, yeah, I'm doing such and such, and I'm like, yeah, I know, and I'm pointing to it, yeah, I know, and he's going, yeah, look at the big numbers. I'm going, yeah, I know, shut up. But and also I've had to bleep out a couple of C words, because although the F word is okay, I don't think people want to hear too many C words. But
you can't say Kent.
Well, we weren't driving around Kent then.
You can't say you drove through Cumbria.
Yeah.
Scunthorpe is a good one. Do you remember when you couldn't type Scunthorpe in on eBay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting told off you're getting pink slapped for putting Scunthorpe, and it's like I just remember people saying, but I'm actually from there. I'm not allowed to put where people are supposed to be collecting from, because it was flagging it with the bit in the middle. In case anyone's sitting there wondering why Scunthorpe might flag things up. So.
I've solved your throbbing.
You've solved my throbbing.
Yeah.
What was it?
Bandwidth, I think. I've put you down on the lowest possible bandwidth now, and that seems to have solved it.
Oh. Yeah, it hasn't made any difference in quality.
No, it hasn't. I'm quite surprised, actually.
I just was yeah. Did you try? Seriously? Does it begin with S? Or is that a typo? How do you pronounce that? Svannythorpe.
You can tell when Mickey's on Pornhub, can't you?
I was actually on Facebook. I keep getting Facebook notifications.
What, to say you're on Pornhub?
Yeah.
I don't get Facebook notifications. I just realised that, yes, Svannythorpe. I was taking it very literally there. Because there were a few other places that wouldn't go through for similar reasons, but I can't remember any of them now. But Scunthorpe was the one. I don't get Facebook notifications ever now. I must have it all switched off. But I used to get so many. Like somebody replied to a comment of yours, ping. Somebody's poked you, ping.
Yeah.
I used to love the poking one. No, when you could poke people, it was quite rude. Quiet.
Well, sorry, I was waiting for you to finish off the sentence. When you could poke people, it would be quite rude. It's not like, is that the end of the sentence?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You've only got to do 200 more bits, and there will be some kind of mass attack happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think them 4,800. I think is me.
Yes, all of them are you.
Yeah,
all of them are you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a mass attack like a mass debate?
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and find out when 200 more bits have been.
Yeah. See,
Thank you very much, Sleephead. Thank you very much for cheering us 200 bits. It's we've dropped viewers now on Twitch. Now I've got rid of Reddit. We've dropped viewers on Twitch, which is quite amazing. So it's Twitch from now on. I still haven't looked at you now, Tracy. Not looked at you now, but looked at you now. Oh, I haven't looked at that yet. I've got to get round to it. What I might do is, if I get enough time this week, I've got other things that I'm doing. If I get enough time this week, I'll look at you now, and I'll have another look at see if I can bring in Video Ninja to stop all these Skype problems. Although lowering the bandwidth, I think, may have sorted the problem. I'm just going to lower Mickey's bandwidth, and see if that makes any difference as well.
I don't want my arse hanging out. You lower my band.
Yeah.
Best pal, we don't know that they seem to want to go towards, was it audio only, like a sort of a radio type thing, so people could stream their own radio or something. Who knows?
Yeah, apparently it was too resource intensive. I don't know. It's just bizarre. The whole thing was very bizarre. It basically Reddit said about 3 months ago. Reddit said we're going to put streaming. We're going to take streaming off of the front page because it's hogging system resources. But we're going to make it much better, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they said we're going to make it much better. And then last week they announced that they weren't going to make it much better at all. They were going to completely stop it. So no more streaming, I'm afraid, from Reddit. So like I said, I shall miss it. But I won't. Towards the end, it got wrong. But we'll see if we can recapture some of the vitality and some of the spirit on Twitch. And I'm planning a pub stream in the very near future. I've got to speak to my doctors first. But they hinted that it might be all right for me to go out in public. Not into crowded places like the inside of pubs or restaurants, but when I spoke to them the other day, and I didn't really have a lot of time to talk about it, they hinted that I might be able to go out to a pub garden, and if I do, I will do a stream from a pub garden. There we go. What about that? Does that impress the hell out of you?
You see that link in the chat there, that Amazon link.
Yep.
I click on that. That takes me to my wish list.
Does it?
It takes me to Steve's.
It takes me to mine. Seriously, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
That's
bizarre.
Weird, isn't it?
Yes, Neatped. Because I've got a blood cancer. Neatped, what happens when you click on that link that just got posted? That is very bizarre. That is very bizarre.
I'm lying.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Because the dildo, if you're seeing dildos, Mickey, I can understand why you thought it was yours.
Dildos and butt plugs.
Yeah.
It's not my list. It's just come up with a list. But the thing that threw me was it's got my son-in-laws and my grandsons underneath it.
Yeah, that's your friends. Cause, yeah. It's remember.
That's what threw me. That's why I thought it was mine. But it ended because I'm sure none of us want Windex or fucking.
Oh, you might do if you ever use an airbrush, Mickey. You will want Windex. Not the Windex with vinegar, not the Windex without ammonia, but the Windex with ammonia, the original Windex. If you ever use an airbrush, you want that because it's fantastic for cleaning up acrylic. Hey?
For flushing it.
No, it's fantastic for cleaning up acrylic paint. Absolutely fantastic for cleaning up acrylic paint. What I do is when I've done some airbrushing, I use that to clean my airbrushes up, and it's absolutely fantastic. Did you see the airbrushing I did? Did you see the airbrushing I did?
I did.
What did you think of the finish I achieved?
I thought it's very good, but you only use very thin layers, don't you?
Very thin layer. I took 12. Let me just call an image up, and I'll show people what we're talking about. I I'm building a model at the moment. I'm building a model of a motorbike, a Yamaha Virago, and I brush painted most of it, apart from the petrol tank and the side panels, which I've spray painted because I wanted to paint them copper. And this is the fuck me, I can't find it now. This is the effect I got. I wanted to spray them. I wanted to spray them. I've seen a colour called chili copper. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the chili colours in cars, Tracy?
Chili colours?
Yeah, there's a chili orange. There's a chili copper. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Mickey?
Not the chili ones, I don't.
No, right. It's called chili copper. It's a very nice effect, and I thought that's going to be how my motorbike's going to look. So there we go.
Ah.
This is the fuel tank and the side panel sprayed in chili copper. I don't know what you think. That's the effect I got, but that's 12 coats there, Mickey. Very thin coats. To give you an idea how thin the coats were, here's the first coat. I've got an image of the first coat. And bear in mind that's the depth of the colour of the 12th coat. Right, there's the depth of colour of the first coat.
Yeah.
If you can see the difference, it doesn't look anything like copper, does it?
No.
It's a very pale pink, although because I didn't just spray them. I didn't just spray directly because they're black. I put down 5 coats of primer first, and then I sprayed the paint on with very thin coats, and that's the first coat going on. And from there, I developed it to what you can see there. So that's the difference. That's the wrong image.
Are you going to paint in the writing?
Yes, that's going gold. I want the paint. I want the paint to fully harden. The trouble is because I've got so many coats on there, Mickey. The paint takes a long time to dry. The top coat dries almost instantly, but the underneath coats take a long time. And realistically, I want to leave it for 48 hours, which is tomorrow, before I do the lettering. This, if anyone's interested, is the rest of the bike that I've got. There we go. It's a Yamaha Virago, and I'm actually that's as far as I've got with it, because the next thing to go on is the fuel tanks. It's a very highly detailed model, very highly detailed kit. The back wheel turns and the suspension works, but that is the kit that I'm building. And like I say, at the moment, it's just the fuel tank that I've finished painting, and the side panels to go on, and then I'll start on the front end. If anybody's wondering, if they're not wondering, it's there we go. So I thought I'd just share that with you. And that's why there's Windex on my Amazon wishlist, because what I do is I use my Amazon wishlist not as hints to give me I mean, people do. They buy me models, as Mickey done. They buy me models off of my Amazon wish list. I had a couple arrive last week. They buy me Amazon. Are you watching porno as well, Tracy?
I am.
I thought so. But I use my wish list as a reminder, and I check it every day. I think, right, I'm running low on Windex. I'll stick it on my wish list, and next time I go on Amazon, I'll check my wish list and I'll put it in my basket. So I use it as a reminder. But that's why I've got Windex on there, because it's absolutely fantastic for cleaning out my airbrushes. My airbrushes aren't cheap. My cheapest airbrush costs over 200 quid. So I need to keep it clean. I need to keep it very clean. Sorry. Did you just choke when I said I spent 200 quid on an airbrush?
Oh.
No, it's interesting because, you know, if I ever get round to doing model making again and airbrushing and things, then obviously I'll have learned and retained the information, or I know where to go if I need to ask.
iWater is the brand of airbrush. They really are the best. And I've got a 3 litre 50 psi, 3 litre tank, 50 psi compressor. Here you go.
Yeah, I won't remember that. I'll have to ask you when I get round to it.
Oh, okay. Just to really bore you, right? The base coat, the primer, I did with a single action airbrush because coverage is more important than accuracy, and the top coat I did with a double action airbrush because, especially when I'm going around that lettering, if you use a single action airbrush, you can't control the paint flow. All you can do is control the pressure that the paint comes out at. With a double action airbrush, you can control both the airflow and the paint flow separately. Which means that as I go around the lettering on the Yamaha, I can decrease the paint flow. Otherwise, what happens is you get a high spot of paint build up around the letters. And that I did with a double action airbrush. That was the expensive airbrush, and that's why I've got Windex, because although acrylics are water based, if they harden, which they will do very quickly, you can't really remove them with water from inside the airbrush. The airbrush has got some very tiny, delicate components inside. But Windex with ammonia actually dissolves the acrylic, even if it's dry. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. It's fantastic for cleaning out airbrushes. So if you ever get an airbrush, Tracy, and you brush in acrylics, get Windex. Nothing else. It's got to be Windex because of the ammonia content. Windoline doesn't work, right? It's got to be the Windex because of the ammonia content. Don't use enamel paints. Enamel paints are shit. Use acrylic paints, all right? I only use acrylic paints. I will not use enamel paints. And yes, that effect there was achieved with an acrylic paint. When you say to people you can achieve that sort of effect with acrylic paint, they look at you and think, no. Yeah, you can. You can get that high. You can get that high gloss of finish by building it up slowly and carefully. There you go.
I'm just looking at the Windex now.
All right. It's got to be the original Windex though. It has to be the original Windex, not the Windex. There's 4 versions. There's Windex with lemon, which is yellow. That won't work. There's Windex that has got no ammonia. That won't work. And there's Windex that's got vinegar. That won't work. Has to be the original Windex. It is the perfect airbrush. Also works for cleaning acrylics off of paintbrushes. But if you're like me, as soon as you finish using the brush, I drop it in I've got a beaker full of water on my desk. I'll just drop the brush straight into the water so it doesn't get a chance to dry. But with the airbrush, each coat, when you put a coat on, I like to leave it about 20 minutes to dry before I put the next coat on. And after a while, the paint will actually dry inside the airbrush. So you need something that gets in there and dissolves it. You can use isopropyl alcohol. That's another one. Rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. But the fumes do upset me.
Bloody hell.
What's Jim clicking on? What's Jim clicking on?
It's more than half price.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, carry on talking.
That's cool.
Taking on that.
Ha 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 ha!
What a load of shit.
Is that the one?
The biggest load of shit I've ever purchased, right? It doesn't even go a full 24 hours until it needs charging.
Is that the one?
Yep. That is the biggest load of shit. Of course it's the one. Galaxy 4. I can't show it to you because it's flat. But it is the watch. Yep, look. We've put it up close. See?
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't even go a full day.
That's bizarre. You'd think that
That's why it's a bargain, because it's a load of old shit.
You'd think you could get 3 or 4 days out of it.
No good at all, Jim. It really is a load of old shit. Load of old shit, mate. This, on the other hand, is fantastic. This is the best smartwatch I've ever owned. There you go. That Galaxy is a load of old shit. Never ever going to buy another Galaxy smartwatch ever again. What a load of crap.
Oh.
I don't want a smartwatch. I don't want to wear anything that's fucking brighter than me.
You better turn that light off then, Mickey.
Do you know I haven't even got my ring light on tonight, but my face
No, I know.
really bright. Looks really bright. I don't know.
Yeah, if you scroll through, I've just gone down and scroll through, and they're all saying, apart from one person who says, what battery problem? But they're all saying good, but let down by the battery.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what, like most, I was surprised and let down by the battery. Once I sat down and thought what I wanted it for and removed anything that was extra, it came to 2 days at a push. And unless you want to lobotomize it and use it purely as a watch, you're not going to see much improvements.
This one gives me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's fully loaded.
Yeah. So I'm just having a thing. Yeah.
Everybody's saying the same about this Galaxy Watch 4s. They're a load of shit on the battery life. A load of absolute shit.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through the thingy. Oh, I'm cold.
Oh, I wonder why a green screen's not working properly.
Oh, all of a sudden.
That's
bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Did you drop the the thing
No.
down for you as well? Huh? Oh. That's unusual. It doesn't normally do that at all.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's it. Cook the eggs.
There you go. I solved it. There you go. I solved it.
Oh.
I solved it.
There we go. Just needed a quick reminder what he's supposed to be doing.
Honestly, Jim, my advice is do not buy that Galaxy Watch. You will regret it. And that review that Tracy's read is right. If you remove everything on it, all the features, and just use it as a watch, you might get 24 hours out of it. But honestly, that's what everybody's saying. And I made the mistake, and I paid nearly 400 quid for mine. What a waste of money. I sent it back to Samsung, and they sent me another one.
And it did the same.
It is the same, yeah. It is the same. Google it, mate. Google the reviews on the Galaxy smartwatch. Don't trust it. Like I say, that one that I've got to put the link in, Jim, that is an absolutely fantastic watch. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's what I bought. When I got fed up with the Galaxy, it's what I bought. And I love it. And it really does last 2 weeks. It really does. And I've got it fully loaded. It does everything. There you go. Right. Even monitors my breathing and my heart rate overnight, which my Galaxy Watch won't because it goes flat. You go to bed and you set the heart rate monitor and the O2 monitor on it and wake up in the morning and the watch will be flat. What a lump of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we go. That's my opinion. Don't buy a Galaxy smartwatch. And Tracy, your reviews said the same, didn't they?
Yeah, what I was just reading, yeah, that it was nice watch, let down by the battery. Good watch, let down by the battery. Apart from, like I said, one person said, what battery problems? And, they've probably just got an excellent boost. Oh, we are in double figures. Thank you for popping in and seeing what we're up to. If you like what you see, please follow us. Don't like what you see, tell your friends. Tell everybody.
If you don't like what you see, subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. It gets better when you subscribe.
Well, I love my Huawei watch, Jim. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. And that's the one that I've got, the GT2. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant watch. 2 weeks. GPS is fantastic. I use it to monitor when I do go out on my bike, which I don't at the moment for obvious reasons. I use it to monitor my bike rides. It's absolutely fantastic. It connects with Strava. It's a bit of a complicated way of doing it, but you can connect with Strava. No, is it? No, I don't. I use I've got a Garmin bike computer. I use that. That's what connects with Strava. No, my watch does connect with Strava. It does connect with Strava because when I go swimming, it puts the swimming up on Strava. So that's all I needed to do. And it does connect with Strava. It's a bit of a complicated way of doing it, but it does connect with Strava, which I'm quite happy to do, and it will monitor my bike ride. One thing I do love about it is it automatically detects what activity I'm doing. So if I do go swimming, which I haven't been for months now, because the COVID rate's gone up and I'm on chemo, if I do go swimming, it knows that I'm swimming and it starts monitoring the exercise. If I do go out on the bike, it knows that I'm cycling and it starts monitoring the exercise, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But the main reason I love it is it keeps an eye on my O2 overnight, and I can see at a glance what my O2 is like.
Does it know when you're knocking one out?
Yes, it does actually. It warns me my heart rate goes over 120.
And then it congratulates him for a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's quite a good price. But you have to download. You can't get the apps for it in the Google store because Google and Huawei have fallen out. You have to download. You have to sideload Huawei's own app store. But you'll know what sideloading means, Jim. Right? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. Do we want to call it a day in a minute?
I'm gonna go till midnight, I think.
Okay. All right, we'll start calling it a day. It's a bit sharpish, but we'll start calling it a day at midnight, then start the wind down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have a Garmin Fenix 6, but I find it overkill for my current situation. I just want a decent smartwatch. Well, I don't know what the Garmin is like, but I can recommend after having a Galaxy smartwatch, I can thoroughly recommend the Huawei GT2. I think it's a fantastic watch. I think it's an absolutely fantastic watch. It's well worth what I paid for it. And I paid more than that. I think I paid just under 200 quid for mine. I noticed it's down to £139. So I think it's a good watch.
Hey, Prize Woodpecker.
Good evening, Prize Woodpecker.
Woodpecker. Just in time for us to go.
We're just about to go.
We're just winding down. We've been streaming for coming up for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We said goodbye to Reddit. That's what we did because Reddit is closing sometime tomorrow. Not Reddit, sorry, the streaming service on Reddit. So we've said goodbye to them. And that's what's up. That's what we've been doing.
God, excuse me.
Temperature suddenly dropped. I feel really cold. Yeah, back on Wednesday. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Thank you for dropping in anyway. So should we start winding down now because everyone's gone very quiet.
Yeah, let's wind down.
Yeah, well, we'll be back on Wednesday with more subjects and topics and you guys coming to ask us anything except that. Yeah, so same time, same place, Wednesday, all three of us. And so good night, guys. Over to you, Mickey.
Yeah, good night from me.
Stay safe, keep your family safe. See you later.
We'll see you all. Let me just see if I can fuck this up as I normally do.
Yes, please. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I know. You love it when I fuck it up. Right, we'll see you all. So see you all later.
Good night, Neep.
Hi, peoples.
Oh, it works. Hey.